Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AllBrands Show with me, your host today, Courtney Dowdett. Today, we are going to have a lot of fun. You guys are going to help me get ready for some teacher gifts for Christmas. I'm already behind. Can you believe it is the 4th of December today? So today, we are going to make some really cute little Christmas cozy koozies. I don't know what you call it, like mug koozies. Lauren's like, read the title of the thing, Courtney. So we are making Christmas mug koozies today. So I have some really cute little mugs that I bought all the teachers. If you're one of my kids' teachers, you did not see this. All right. So one of the teachers, Miss James, I've got her mug right here. She has a little blue mug that we're going to do. And it is very cute, but I am going to cover up that area because I don't know. Tell me in the comments. And I see you guys all in the comments. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Penny. Hello. Hello. I see you guys all jumping in. Hi. Y'all are fast. Hello. I'm early today. You were early today. Let's go. My son has treatment 3 days a week. Courtney shows are a perfect way to pass the time. Oh, I'm so glad. Hopefully your son's okay. But anyways, so I'm one of those people, I don't drink coffee. I know. You're like, I feel like you don't drink some coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I'm a hot chocolate fanatic. Like, I love some hot chocolate. It's fantastic. So I don't mind holding my mug like this, but my habit is to grab it with my other hand. And that's when it's hot and it's just not great. So I want to put a little like koozie around it. That way they can hold it because I want to do that too. And sometimes when you go to different places to get coffee, they don't give you those little slips, those like cardboard little slips on there. So it would be cute if they had just had their own, in cute little different colors. Now, I was debating, should I make it Christmas or not? And Lauren, our imaginary friend, was like, well, Courtney, in the title, it says Christmas. So she's right. But also, I think it'd be cute for the teachers to have that. They're just like little cute holiday ones. And maybe for teacher appreciation, I'll make them some un-Christmas ones. So I printed out a little template that has the shape I want. But when I wrapped it around my cup, just to get an idea, just to see it, feel like it's too small. I'm still going to scan it in the machine to like kind of use it as a base, but I'm pretty sure the scan and cut has the shape. So I don't think I even needed this template, especially because I don't think it printed the correct size. I think it printed a little small. I mean, honestly, this is like a little mini one down here. Who needs that? I don't know. Now, if you are a member of Behind the Scenes, guys, I went shopping. My blade was so dead yesterday during the show. It was not cutting. And honestly, looking at it, I was like, this thing is so dull. I've cut through balsa wood. I've cut through everything under the sun. I was like, I need to throw this blade out and replace it. So today, I went right before the show. I made Lauren very nervous. I ran down and got these. I got myself a new fabric mat. And I got myself a new thin fabric blade. So I will change out the blades with you guys so you can see changing the blade. That is not the holder I want. Where did I threw the holder I wanted. Oh, please. All right, there we go. This is the one I want. The thin fabric blade is the one that we're going to use today. So I'm going to change out the blade with you guys today, and we're going to make a cute little mug rag. Now, the fabrics, come on, little Christmas trees. So we have an option. We can do little Christmas trees, which is this piece big enough? I don't think it's going to be big enough. Where'd my mug go? Let's see. Oh, maybe it will. Oh, like the hair of its teeth, it might be big enough. I told you, we've told this on the show before. I am trying to use up my scraps before I buy more fabric, which I did just buy some fabric yesterday. Long story. And then I have this gorgeous Christmas plaid. I'm very into what is this? Would this be considered a tartan? Is that how you say it? Tartan? Plaid tartan, is that, or is it bigger printed? Let me know in the comments. And then I have some batting. Now, if you want yours to be able to like stay on your mug, and if you need to pop it in the microwave, I know that's sacrilegious, I'm sure. Then you want to make sure it's a thermal one that can go in there. This is just a normal Heat and Bond. No, not Heat and Bond. Oh my goodness. Warm and Natural. There we go. Different product. Whole different use. This is a Warm and Natural. I don't expect them to put it in there. I just think it'd be cute on the mug. So again, I got each of them a little mug and I'm just going to put it around there. So this is a Warm and Natural, just regular, really beautiful cotton batting that I'm going to put inside of there. And it is also a scrap. So look at me. I'm using my scraps up. I'm doing what I said I would. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this mug away from me because I'm so scared I'm going to knock it. It's going to fall on the floor and break. And they only had so many with the different initials. So I'm just going to put it over there away from me for a second, if you understand. And I'm going to flip through all my mats because, yes, they sit right here. And I should have gotten it before the show. But I'm going to try to find my scanning mat because that is my favorite mat to scan with. Now, Courtney, why is it your favorite mat to scan with? Well, because a lot of my mats have been so used and abused. Bless their hearts. They have been used and abused. My scanning mats right here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So a lot of them have been used and abused until they were blue in the face, bless them, which means they have a lot of stuff on them. Like, granted, I'll clean them, but like, let's say, there goes the mats. Let's say this mat right here that I just used the other day. If you notice, it's got this like purple debris from the fabric that I had been using. And like, you'll see some right here and stuff. And I need to clean this mat. But over time, there's going to be little bits. And that's okay. But when I'm scanning in, I don't want the scan to catch any of that. And then I've got to go back later and delete it out. And that's kind of annoying. Now, granted, is it super easy and quick to do? Yes. Am I just would prefer not to have to do it? Also, yes. All right, so I'm going to get my scanning mat. That's why I personally like the scanning mat. Now, unfortunately, the scanning mat does not come with any of the scanning cuts. They are always separately. So whenever you get your scanning cut, I'm usually like, oh, you don't need anything additionally, except maybe this. Everything else is in the box. But I probably would grab this if you wanted to. You don't have to because any of the mats can scan. But this is just regular computer paper that I printed this template off of. If I put regular computer paper, heaven forbid, to this brand new fabric mat I just bought, that paper is going to get shredded and it's going to be all over my mat. Now, granted, I could take Totally Awesome and clean it, but why? You know, and heaven forbid, I do want to keep this. It's not coming off in one piece. It's just not. Y'all, it is pouring outside and I just saw lightning like strike across. All right, so the scanning mat just has a clear cover that you can open up. And I'm just going to take this print off. All I did was I typed in koozie. What did I type in? Mug koozie template, a printable template. And that came up. But I really think that shape is in the scan and cut. How much you want to bet? There we go. I'm just going to turn my machine on. I didn't even do that. Y'all, I got rained on. So my hair is going back to factory setting. It's fine, but the bangs keep coming forward. All right, there she goes. See if I grab the right camera. Nope, last camera I picked. There we go. Is that okay? All righty. I'm going to hit cancel because it's just asking if I want to resume what I was doing last time, and I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and load this in. Oh, no, blinky camera. We did not fix blinky cameras. It's fine. We're going to love it through it. All righty. Fantastic. Now, I really do want to... I'm going to scan in, but I really think I have this pattern in my machine, or the shape in my machine. But, oops, sorry about the blinking camera. We're going to hit scan. We're going to scan to cut data because cut direct would be cutting right out of whatever we're scanning in. And I don't want to cut out of my scanning mat. And even if I asked it to do that, it wouldn't allow me to do that because it would read what mat it is. And it'd be like, whoa, 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 that's your scanning mat. You're not supposed to cut all this. So it does help you in that aspect. All right, so we're going to cut to data, or data, however you say it. It's just asking me about the lever on the side. So there is a lever on the side of your scan and cut right here that it has where you can put it up to a 2 or down to a 1. A 2 just raises the bar. So if you look right here, you see that? And then it goes away. So if it's down to a 1, that scanning bar is coming down. I personally like to do my scans with it down to a 1 because I feel like I get a better scan. I don't know if it's just because it's closer to it. I get a better scan. Or you can put it up 2, and that's when you're doing thicker things. But this is just a scan on a piece of paper. It's not thick, so I'm going to push that down to a 1. All right. Ooh, grab the first one. Grab the right one. Let's hit start. All right, so she's going to scan her on through, and that way I can take the image. Now, it's not a great printout. I just did it 5 seconds before we started. I really feel like I have this shape inside of my machine. I feel like I do, which that is such a thing. My mind works that way where I see something and I like break it down into pieces and I'm like, I bet my scan and cut has a similar shape and I don't even need a pattern itself. I can just make it myself. There we go. Ooh, Sorry, blinky cam. All right, I don't need that smaller one, so I think what I'm going to do is just scroll in like this, and then just like completely take that one out because I don't need it. There we go. We're going to scroll in, scroll in, scroll in. There we go. And this again is just allowing me not to have to like delete anything else off or any debris on my mat or anything, which this was a scan mat. It doesn't have any debris, but it's helpful because sometimes it'll catch like the end of the paper because it's such a good scan and you're like, I didn't want the end of the paper, but it did give it to you. All right, so we have two different options. We can have just the outside of the design or like that, or we can have the inside and the outside. And what it's going to do is put two lines around. Well, that's not really what I want. I don't want it to cut out the inner part and the outer part, leaving me I hate that blinking camera. I just want the outer. So we're going to hit that. Hit OK. All right, where do we want to save this? To our machine. Here we go. Saving, 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 saving. It's perfect. Now, when it does save, it does bring you back to that editing screen just in case, oh, I did decide I want a different part or if I want to edit it differently. So we're going to hit OK. And then it brings me right back here, which is A-OK. I'm going to go ahead and hit the home button over here. Oh, we got to get off this camera so fast because the blinking is going to make me scream. All righty. So if I go to retrieve data from my machine itself and I scroll all the way to the bottom, which is this double arrow right there, it's going to bring me down to the bottom. There's our design. How cool is that, right? All right, I'm going to hit OK. Perfect. Now, I do have it set for a 12 by 20 format because that's what I was using last. But I am going to hit this wrench icon and come to cut area, change it back to a 12 by 12, hit OK, OK again. All right, good to go. Now, I do feel like it's a little small because I feel like it printed it a little bit small. So I am going to up the size of it just a bit. It's 100% up to you. You might actually print it correctly and not have to do that. But I think I just want to up just a little bit. And heaven forbid it be too big. I was thinking about how we were going to close it. Now, a lot of times when I've made these before, I just sewed on a button. And on the other side, I put a little hair tie and I sewed that in. So it made it like stretchy, but you could just do elastic if you wanted to. And it went over the button. But then I was thinking about it. What if they want to take it off this mug and put it on one of their own? Well, then it might not fit. Like I'm going to make sure it fits this one. And so I'm thinking maybe you could just put like elastic and sew it on both sides and then it's stretchy and they can slip over. But if they slip over, the handle's in the way. So that wouldn't work. And then I went on a tangent the other night. And then I thought, oh, Velcro would be a good way to do. And instead of putting the Velcro like this, you know, like on both sides going up, you could put them on their side, like a long strip on their side. And then that way they could, you know, make it tighter or looser if they wanted to. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Now, did I remember to grab Velcro before the show? No. But I think that's what I'm going to do to finish them off and just sew Velcro on the inside, you know, inside of one, outside the other. And that way it's adjustable and they can kind of maneuver it and put it on whatever cup they want to. And it can still go through the handle part of it. That's personal choice, how you want to do that. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So heaven forbid if it's a little too big, that's fine, you know? Alrighty, so gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to select this, edit, object edit, and then I'm going to go to my resize tool right here at the top. I just want to resize it just a bit, just a bit. All right, because no, let me see. I feel like it's a little short. I don't know. I feel like that print was a little short because whenever I went like this and wrapped it around, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, way too short. Way too short. Yeah. Let's give it about another 2 inches. I think another 2 inches would do us well. Do I remember what I've already entered? No, of course not. So we're gonna go up. You know what? Should we just make it a 10? Yeah. She's a 10. All right. Gorgeous. Love this. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to hit OK. Now, we do need 2 of these. Well, we need a outer and an inner, and then we also need the batting cut. So technically, I could try to cut all these out at once. I'm not going to, but I could. Just for my own sake, I really want to go to add, and I want to see if I have a shape that's similar to this, just because I'm curious, because I think we do. It's rare that we don't have a shape. Let's see. Oh. Very similar. You could stretch it out. I feel like you could do that. I don't know. Would it come out the same? That is the question. I don't know, I'm gonna play later, but in my brain I was like, I'm sure we have that. All right, gorgeous. So I'm just gonna set this one right here, hit okay, please select, and I wanna cut. Now, when we first started out, I did tell you I did buy a new blade. So let's change out our blade together if you've never done this before. So I have the thin fabric blade here. When it's just regular cotton material and nothing crazy, then I just use this one. Now, do I remember where I put my rotary blade? No. So it's gonna be real interesting cutting that batting. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew the top of this, which there should be a blade there, but I don't know. I think I just got frustrated and threw it away. I think I was just like, this is dead. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my new one right here out of the box. So when you buy this one, see if I can get a camera view. There we go. All right, excuse my mess. But when you buy a new one, it looks like this and it comes in the box. There's only a blade in there, so there's no holder. The holder you can usually buy separately. Now the one that comes in the machine, like in the box with the machine, the blade's already in the holder, but when you rebuy them, they come separately. So the blade and the holder are separated. So I just needed the blade because my holder was totally fine, absolutely fine. So I just needed this. So this is what a brand new one looks like. Let's open her up together. There you go. I'm just mangling the box. It's fine, builds character. All right. There we go. All right, so there it is. Right there in that little plastic bag. Now, it does have a protective little nub on the tip of it, so even if I touched it right now, it would totally be okay. There we go. There she is. All right, so little bitty blade with the little protective nubbin on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my holder right here, and I'm gonna drop it in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the little protective plastic bit off of the top. All right, so now the blade is right there active. I'm just gonna screw my little holder back on, finger tightened, and she's ready to go. So now if I was to push this down, there is a blade in there now. I know, but the holder is like, I don't know, the prices change, and depending on where you get it from, they change prices and stuff like that. So it's like, your holder's fine. Why would you buy a new holder where you could just buy the blade separately and save a little money, right? Like, I don't know, that makes sense to me at least. All right, so we've got that. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my machine, unload my scanning mat. Thank you, scanning mat. My favorite thing to do is opening a brand new mat. So brand new fabric mat, very exciting times. Sorry about the noise. Now, this is the stickiest mat that's out there. And especially when it's brand new, this is very sticky. And, ooh, take the paper off the back. And I'm actually going to be very careful with my fabric because this is 100% untreated cotton fabric. I didn't put any kind of starch or anything in it. I didn't treat it in any kind of way. I literally just put it, like, cut it, and here it is. You know, it's from past projects that I've done. All right, so I think ours was like a 10. Oh, this piece would fit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut one piece out of this fabric, one piece out of this fabric, and my batting. And I'm going to use my batting last because it's going to be very fuzzy. But I'm going to go ahead and then I'll let you guys choose what is the outside and what is the inside of our little koozie. So let's go ahead. We're going to take off our protective cover. It's never going to lay back right ever again. At least mine don't, because I don't ever try to put them back. Alrighty, and we're just going to lay this on there. So I'm like barely like touching it because I know it's gonna hold it for dear life, so I don't need to be like brayering it or anything. All right, Christmas tree fabric on there. Yeah, okay, because this is cute because it's gonna cut it out in a strip, so I can make sure the trees are facing the right way. Love that. I thought about embroidering each of their names on there, or like doing it with vinyl or something, but I really like the Christmas fabric, and I feel like it's so busy, you're not gonna really see it unless I do it in like a bold font. I don't know. Alrighty. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to go back one, and I'm going to hit this icon right here, the mat with a bar through it, and hit start, because then I can see on my screen what's available to me on my mat to make sure, one, it's in the right place. But it's say there was a particular tree on that fabric that I wanted to make sure was like in the center or on a certain part of my koozie. I could absolutely do that and then just drag it right where I want. Fussy cut it. So good. All right. There it is. Oh, I'm glad. I need to go over a little bit. There we go. Gorgeous. Fantastic. All right, let's hit OK. Please select. And we want to cut. It is pouring outside, y'all. All right, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's hit start. Here we go. Here she comes. Gonna test. There we go. While she's doing that, I'm gonna say hi to you guys in the comments. Let's see. Courtney, you are scaring me how close your mug is to your elbow on the edge of the table. I thought I put it away from myself. Did I grab it again? I think I grabbed it again. Get it away from Courtney. Don't worry, the table extends way further out. It's not on the end of the table. That's so funny. You guys get it. All right, gorgeous. Go ahead. Okay, it's the little things in life that get me, but how cute, right? Okay, now I was very rough and just pulled off the outer bits because I got excited, mostly because I got excited. But I'm going to be good, possibly, and I'm going to find my spatula tool, my metal one. All right, and we're going to, not that camera. There we go. I need to zoom this one in. Why are you guys so far from me? Come back. There we go. I had like a child's phone. I'm like, where are y'all over there? What are you guys doing? All right, so we've got that. There we go. All right, I'm going to come from an end. And again, I did not treat this fabric at all. So no Tyrrell magic, no nothing. So if I was super rough with it right now, it would fray so bad. And this is a brand new fabric mat, which means she is stickier than my hopes, my dreams, my wishes, everything. So I'm just going to actually be super careful with her. And just all I'm doing is I'm putting my spatula tool under there and I'm wiggling. Just barely, just a wiggle. My spatula tool is also getting stuck to it. There we go. Oh my goodness, new mat. I stayed still too long and it got stuck on there. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, there we go. Boop. All right. This is so sticky. I'm not used to new fabric mats. All right, not too shabby. She did really, really well. That's so cute. That is precious. All right, Courtney, focus. All right, I'm going to get my other piece of fabric. Is this one big enough? Oh, funny. Look. Wrong camera. There we go. Okay, so I can see where, I don't know if you guys can see, where it cut right here. So all I'm going to do is just take this piece of fabric and lay it right there. And then not move my design. And I know that I don't even have to scan it anymore. It's going to be right there. Perfect. All right, let's bring her in. So good. I forget there's certain things y'all can't see because they're off camera. I'm going to let this start cutting and then I'll show you what my purse looks like. It's Christmas. All right, let's see. All right. So I'm not doing anything different. Please select cut and start. And I know it's going to do a great job. All right, you ready? Every December, I'm a grown woman. This is what my purse looks like. It's a gingerbread house. It's actually my purse. Oh, it's just sitting right there. I must have come into the studio and just like threw it on the table. I usually put it in a different spot. You're done. I know. I love that purse. And my mom, bless her, she got me a, let me put you guys to this camera. Wrong camera. There we go. She got me a Christmas tree purse thinking that I would switch to it, like that I just like novelty purses. And I'm like, no, Mom, it's just something about that particular purse that I love, right? Everyone's like, that's so cute, right? There's just something about that particular purse that makes my heart happy. All right, where did I put my spatula? Oh, there it is. All right, we're the same thing. We're going to come here in the corner and just be really gentle getting under there. It is pouring cats and dogs out there. Where does that saying come from? Let me know in the comments if you know where that's saying, because I actually do not know where that saying is from. Why is it pouring cats and dogs? What did the cats and dogs do to them? All right, there we go. Once I start getting under there good, then it goes a little bit faster, but just got to get under there. Oh, stuck to the thing. All right. Oh, you saw that start pulling it with this hand instead of use this. I was getting impatient. All right. Ooh, this one wants to like hold on for dear life. All right, come on. There we go. I got a good hold on it. Oh, I was impatient on the end. You see all that fraying? I pulled it up so sharply. Yeah, I was being impatient. But honestly, Not bad. Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby. All right, so the next bit that we need to put on our mat, you can really see where that design was, is the batting itself. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the batting on there in that general area. How is a piece of my hair already stuck on this? Oh, yeah, you're not coming off. You're going to be stuck on there. Oh, no, you are coming off. Yay. Now, something about your mat is if you have anything blocking the top, it's not going to be able to read in the machine. It's going to give you an error. If you have anything blocking it on the sides, it's going to be fine to load. But then while it's cutting, it's going to tug your material and get stuck in the rollers right here, and that's not going to be fine. But if you have anything dangling off the bottom, that is A-okay. It does not care. So if you have a piece and you're like, I don't really feel like cutting it, then you can absolutely just let it hang off the bottom like this. So in the machine, it doesn't care. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now, technically, I really should be using my rotary blade for this. I have no idea where I put that. I came back from an event. Couldn't tell you what stuff was. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. If I could tell you, I would, but I don't. All right, so we're gonna test this thin fabric blade and wish her the best. So please select, and we want to cut and start. Really wish I had my rotary blade. That's another thing I should have bought myself, right? That list is getting longer and longer and longer. Nothing wrong with your ginger purse. It's adorable. Thank you. What happened? Quit cutting. The material is too thick. No, it's not. I like how I'm fine with it. I'm like, no, it's not. Put this up to it too. Let's hit it again. Please select. Cut. I've cut this batting before. Oh, but that was with my rotary blade. Let's see. Let's see. Think thin thoughts, material. Think thin thoughts. All right, let's see. Here she comes. Oh, she doesn't like it. Okay, that's okay. That is A-okay. That's my first reaction, is to be like, well, make it thinner. Just try to make it thinner. That is going to be horrible trying to get off. Oh, it is pouring out there. Oh my goodness. I don't like this whole getting dark earlier thing. All right. I know I don't control that. I don't control the whole getting dark earlier, but just as a note, I don't like it. All right, now I'm stubborn, and so now I'm going to try to force it, which I shouldn't. I should just honestly use my electric scissors with the template we just made, you know? But I'm stubborn, and I really wanted to do it. I don't know, she doesn't like this one. I'm trying to remember. I thought this was the one I did. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff in my collection. I have a Santa purse. Oh, she does not like that. All right, that's fine. I think this was a thicker one that I used before, but maybe it is. Oh, yeah, now it's fuzzy. I need to clean it. All right, that's fine. That's why I buy electric scissors too. We're gonna find my piece that I had. I want this one. Wrong camera. There we go. This is when they try to give me nice things. Now, I could just stick it on here and cut around, or I could just, use like a friction pin or something like that and then trace around it, which is probably the more responsible thing to do, but I like just using the electric one, and then I don't have to do this as much. All right. We love a friction pin though. Now, okay, do you guys prefer the friction pins that are water soluble or air soluble? Because I feel like, I'm not making a straight line, but I feel like I use them both. I don't know. Because if you're not going to see it on the inside, I don't really care if it's air soluble or water soluble. I'll use either of them. Because you're not going to see it like on the inside of my coat or something. If it's on the outside, then sure. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to go over there with water and like dab it off and, everything like that. So air soluble for the wine, which I do believe this is an air soluble. Oh, it says erasable. I thought it was air soluble. Oh, it is erasable. There we go. All right, we're going to take my electric scissors. Yes, I accidentally just hit the bug. No, it did not fall. Would it cut with a rotary blade? Probably. Honestly, yeah. I think that's why. Because I'm like, I know I've cut this material before. That was with my rotary blade. Now, with your rotary blade, so like the thin fabric blade does a 3 millimeter, where your rotary blade technically does like a 1 point, I think it's like 1.5, 1 point something. It is a technique. it is technically a auto blade, but then it doesn't do the full 3. Now I run it multiple times and it'll do the full 3, but yeah, that's probably why it did do it. I don't know what I did with my rotary blade. Do y'all ever do the thing where you're like, whenever you're cutting, are you like slightly stick your tongue out? Because that's me. I make the weirdest faces. If y'all ever notice that a camera, like if it's like the after hours show and a camera zooms into my hands for some reason, most likely it's because my face looked crazy. Most likely that's why I did it. It's not for you to see better. It's so you don't see whatever I'm doing at the top. There we go. Because I'm not sitting there smiling. I'm usually like just a heads up. Alrighty, so fantastic. Did I lose a piece? I did. I threw it over here. Don't know why I did that. All right, so now we've got, oh, it's so cute. That's cute. That is so cute. All right, let me know in the comments. Tree on the outside. So let's see a little bit closer. Oh, I picked the right camera. All right, do we want the tree fabric on the outside? Do we want the plaid fabric? Which one do we want to be the outside? Because the other one's going to be the inside, which I mean, I'm pretty sure. Well, with the Velcro, it could be reversible. That would be cute. All right, tree on the outside, tree. Courtney, I enjoy watching your live shows. So fun. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Trees. All right. Oh, one for plaid. Trees. I love being live with you guys because then you could just pick for me. Oh, let's see. Popular theory. It comes from the late 1700 Europe, where poor drainage systems would literally bring up dead animals. Oh my goodness. So that's where cat and dogs come from. All right. We learned something new. Was it about sewing? No. But was it interesting? Yes. There we go. All right. So you guys are saying trees. So we're going to have that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and scratch my nose and get this started. So switch you guys to this camera. So we have our batting. We have our outside and our inside fabric. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay them. So right side's out. Does this have a wrong side? Not really. Right side's out. Put the batting, kind of making like a little sandwich. And then this does have a right side, but I'm going to put the right side facing the batting, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to sew, come up to the corner, sew all the way around, leaving a little bit of gap out here at the bottom so I can turn everything right sides out in a minute. And then I can go ahead and I like to do a little stitch around. It just makes it look nice and it closes up that gap at the bottom. Now, it is up to you right now. How do you want to close it? Again, I'm going to be doing it with Velcro, so I don't need to make sure that I'm putting in like a strap. I did see someone do a ribbon, which was really cute, like a little red ribbon. And I put a little bit on each side so the person could tie it and it could go inside like the mug handle. And that was really cute. So I did like that. That is a cute little option if you wanted to do that. But I think for me, I'm going to do it with the Velcro. And then that way it can make it adjustable for whatever mug that they want. So let's switch over to our sewing machine. Fantastic. Now, I do have purple thread in here from the last project, so I am going to trade it out, maybe with this pretty red. I feel like this red's really pretty. All right. Or should I let you guys decide? Let's see. Red. We've got a yellow. We've got a really pretty green. All right. Which color should we do? Yellow, red, or green? Let me know in the chat. Why do I have two reds? Oh, two different brands. All right. Let me know. Which one should we do? It is going to have a white bobbin either way because no, I'm not changing the bobbin. I'm sorry. I know. Red. Okay, red. We got one green. Let's see. Green. Okay, red. I wish they had a poll feature. That would be fun. Let's see. The fabric should be together and the batting on one side. Oh, that's smart. Yep. So when I flip it out, yep. She caught me. Thank you. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, that's how it's going to go. But no, it doesn't. The batting needs to go down because when I flip everything right side out. All right. Okay. This does not have a wrong side or a right side. But when everything gets flipped out, that's going to be great. I know. Now my brain's like, wait a second. It keeps, but no, that's right. Right? Yeah. Because when you flip, it's going to be. Wait a second. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here. This, I wish I had fabric that did not matter because then it would be like totally fine. Okay, because if I do it like this, where it's in the center and I flip it, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. There we go. Look, in my defense, it's hot in the studio. That has nothing to do with anything. All right, there we go. All right, it's right. Batting. There we go. There we go. Gorgeous. All right, you're okay now. Thank you. All right, here we go. I think, oh man, I thought it was red was winning, but then green came in here real quick. Let's see, fabric right sides together. Yeah. Okay, no, that's what happened. I'm like, wait. Okay, red, 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 green, green, green. Okay, I'm counting. I'm being fair. Hey, Lauren, can you count and let me know? She's like, really, Courtney? One day we're going to get Lauren, our imaginary friend. All right, I think it was red. I think it was red. Lauren, let me know. She's sitting there just being like, really? All right, so I think it was red. I think I saw a lot of red. It was close, though. It was really close. So I'm going to go ahead and take this purple out of my machine because not that it's not, Christmassy. It's just not what we need. The reason we had it in there was because behind the scenes, we did a project for my mom. And my mom does sometimes watch these videos. So we're not going to say what it was, but we did something for her in that color. I almost said it what it was. And I remember she does watch this one show. She doesn't watch the other ones, but she does sometimes watch this one. So don't want to say it. All righty. Red by the nose, just like Rudolph. Oh, funny. Funny, funny, funny. All right, let me scoot you guys in. Scoot you guys down. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and sew with a straight line. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Again, we're going to leave that little gap at the bottom. So I want to start right here and do a little back stitch and then go all the way around, ending right here with a little back stitch. So that way we can turn everything right sides out of the little hole right there. Hi, Steve. All righty. So gorgeous, gorgeous. I have my stitch length at a 2.5 is usually what I sew for a lot of things. It's up to you, but that's what I have. And I'm going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Let's go back just a hair. There we go. 1/4 inch. And we're going to go back. We're going to slow it down because what was Courtney doing earlier? I must have been a woman on a mission earlier. Jeez Louise, Courtney. All right. Get a little bit away from the end. Keep that needle down. Put that foot up to turn. Okay. Ooh, I need to go down a little bit more. These are not met up right where I want it, so I'm just going to scoot that over real quick so it meets up. Go. All right, now we're going to come back. We're going to remember, leave that little opening. A little back stitch for us. I'm sorry if I keep getting in your way. There we go. A little back stitch again. There we go. Cut. So that way I can go boop, 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 and then pull everything out of this little bitty hole. But not everything's going to come unraveled because we did those little back stitch. All right. Push, push, push. Again, if you wanted to put some kind of straps or anything like that to be a fastener at the end, you could, but I'm just going to sew some Velcro and that can go all the way through. So it does not matter to me right now. Plus, I think if I do go all the way through, it's a little bit more structurally sound. But I'll make sure the stitches are nice. All right. Cute. Okay, fabric choices, yes. And I do have some like different Christmas fabric ones, so I don't think I'll make all the teachers the same. So that way they're all like a little different. And heaven forbid they do use them at school, they don't accidentally use each other's. That would be bad. come to the other side. Oh, I'm glad we upped the size of the template because I think it printed small. This is much better. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I love. That's cute. All right, now the ends, I am going to take the pencil here because it's the first thing that I saw, and just go into the corners right here to kind of push them out a little bit more. If you want to clip the corners, like the fabric on the inside after you're done sewing, kind of close to where you're sewing, but not like right on there, then you can absolutely do that to make sure you have crisper corners. I kind of like the rounded corner look. It's poked out, but it does have like a little rounded like effect to it, and I kind of like it. So I didn't, but you could if you wanted to. All right, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, so now what we can do is we're gonna actually iron this, because if I was to try to push it in right now and sew it all the way around, I feel like it's not gonna lay as nice, but when you give it a good crisp iron, it does help. Do I like to iron? No, not normally. For this, will I? Absolutely. All right, so I've got my little Aliso project iron right here heated up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give her a nice little press just to get her shaped all nice. Now, something I like to do is I'll come to the opening and I'll take it and I'll make sure that everything's like pushed where it needs to, because heaven forbid some threads stick out or something like that. So I like to just give it a little bit of encouragement to sit where it needs to sit on the inside. Gosh, I've got a lot of threads out. That's because I pulled that fabric at the end, remember? All right, so we tuck it like that and just give it a little finger press, but then come in here with the iron itself and really, press it down. It is pouring out there. Oh my goodness. Luckily, I parked like the closest I could to the door that was still available. There is like one spot in the parking lot that we call Lake AllBrands because it floods in that area so bad. And we like try to remember to warn anyone that's like new here. We're like, don't park there. If you think it's gonna rain, don't park there. All right, see how I like pushed it all in there like nice and neat? So now when I go and stitch it around, I absolutely could. Do you use your scissors, or do you use your electric scissors a lot? Oh yeah, I do. It's my favorite thing. Just because I haven't had surgery on my hands yet. If you don't know, I have carpal tunnel in my hands. And so if I can avoid using my hands for something like scissors or rotary blades, it saves my hands to be able to keep sewing. So, or at least that's how I justify it. Plus, it's just easy and nice. So I have a pair that stay here at the studio, and then I have a pair that goes home with me or stays home. All right, so we've got the opening. So I like to just go ahead and start from right here, and then that way I know I close that opening, and then I'll go around and just do that nice decorative stitch. It's not a decorative stitch, but you know what I mean. Technically, it has no function on this, the outer parts other than being slightly decorative. That's what I mean. You could do a decorative stitch. That would be cute, All right. So we're going to go in. I'm going to do it a quarter again. I didn't backstitch, and I should have. Split up, needle down. Cute. All right. That is so cute. I don't know if you guys can see. That is really, really cute. I have one little thread I need to cut right there, and it drives me insane. But that's super, super cute. Oh, I actually like the white bobbin on the back with this like plaid fabric. That actually came out really, really, really cute. Super, super cute. Love that. All right, so now to finish it off for me, I'm going to run downstairs after a little while, and I am going to get some elastic, and all I'm going to do is cut it in like a little bitty rectangle, and then I'm just going to sew like around the box and maybe put like a crisscross in it, and then that way they can do it with the Velcro, and it can be more adjustable to whatever size they need. Now, how cute is this? so cute. That's cute. Oh, wait, we wanted the trees on the outside. My bad. Okay, but look, it can go through the handle, which is nice. And then we can just attach it around, and it's so cute because it's in that curved shape. It like lets it sit nicely because this cup does it at an angle. Isn't that cute? And then, oh, I feel like she could still push it down and see her little J. But how cute is that? You can make it wider or bigger if you wanted to, or smaller if you wanted to. How stinking cute is that? Now, again, this was made with scrap fabric. You could absolutely, go pick out certain fabrics that you wanted to do with it. But again, I just used some scrap fabric to be able to do it. And it came out so cute. I think for the next ones, because I'm always thinking of what we could do to change. I know, right? She's like, so cute. I think for the next one, I'm going to make it a bit wider. I think I was a bit scared of that opening right here for the mug part, the handle part. But I think like maybe an inch, like a half an inch wider, it could totally support that just fine because all the mugs are this shape. So I feel like for those, I can make it a little bit wider for them and a little bit longer. Because like in the back, just to be honest with you, it's got like this much room, like this small little bit of room still in the back, just a little bit. So I think for next time, I'm going to make it bigger. And let me know, should I put their initials on it? Should I put their names on it? I feel like that would be really cute. But then it's a fun way. So I think the plan is, if you're my teacher's son, you didn't see this. But I think the plan for them, what I'm going to do is put like a little bit of crinkle paper, the little colorful, shiny crinkle paper in the bottom, and then put a coffee gift card because we have some coffee places around where we live. And I'll put a coffee gift card in there with like, maybe with one of those stirs. Have you ever seen those chocolate stirs that have like chocolate on them? And then they have like marshmallows or like peppermint in there. So when you stir it up in your coffee or hot chocolate, it melts into it and makes it like a flavored drink. That would be cute. And then it'll give it some height, like a little height, crinkle paper, the little gift card in there, and then cellophane around it with a cute ribbon. And then it's so easy and fun. And then I got to sew. So it's never a bad thing. So let me know. Did you like the tree side or do you like the plaid side? Let me show you guys up close. Oh, not that close. That close. There we go. All right. How cute. And I feel like it goes well with the blue. I was worried about that because I like the blue and it had her initial on it. So I say, or do we like the tree side? But do you see how it fits around there well because it was that like curved shape of the template? That's so cute. Love that. Both. Okay, Nancy. Nancy's like, you know what? I like them both. And since we did make it reversible, we could have both sides. Okay. All right. Trees, both. All right. All right. Very cute. Very fun. If you could embroider it too, customize. Yeah. You know what I would do though, is before I even cut the material out, I would just embroider it and then take the fabric. So say this was like embroidered. And then put that on my scan and cut mat, scan that in, and then put the template right over the name. So I know the name's centered. That would be cute. And I said this yesterday on Behind the Scenes, and I'll address it again. Someone said, is this a bit overkill on a previous show? They were like, you could have done it with scissors. Again, I avoid scissors. And it's nice because it gives people accessibility to be able to still keep creating by using fun, awesome tools that we appreciate. So I love my scan and cut for that reason and many, many other reasons. There we go. Oh my God. Hey, Lauren, guess what? I finished a project without going over. She's probably laughing. It's rare. Usually me talking a lot. I was trying to behave at the beginning. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I'm dropping things. I was trying to behave at the beginning of the show, and I was like, I'm going to get this project done, and we're not going to go over on time. I promise. Because some people were like, I got to start dinner recording. Yes, both work. Okay, fantastic. Well, I'm just going to have to make the teachers, all of them. If you put Velcro, they could use either side. Yep, you're right. You're right. I think the Velcro is going to be the way. Because if not, I don't know. I want to make sure they can get it through here and they can use different mugs. Because what if they have like a regular mug, that the shorter ones that are a little chubbier, I want them to be able to use that, but I want to be able to use it on any other. I don't know what their mugs that are at home. I don't go home with them. So looks great, Courtney. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Someone told me, was it 21 days till Christmas or 20 days or something like that? Yeah, I think it's like 20 because you wouldn't count the day, right? I don't know. We celebrate Christmas Eve too. So like I'm in 28. So if you got a project, this is, fix your posture, because I know you're slouching, because that's always me. Take any medication you're supposed to take today that you haven't taken today. Okay. I know I'm terrible about taking any kind of like, I'm supposed to do an iron supplement. Anyways, take your medication, fix your posture. And if you haven't started your Christmas sewing and you want to give Christmas gifts, do it today. There you go. That's our PSA for ourselves. Absolutely. Courtney, I would love a mini custom notebook cover. Any plans to make one of the larger size notebook? I didn't. Now I do. If you guys did see on previous video, I don't think I have it near me. Do I have it near me? No, I think I brought it home because I use it. I think it's actually on my bedside table right now. We made in the using my design center, we made a mini notebook cover, and it was really, really fun for some mini notebooks. But I have not made a bear one, but I could. Maybe that's something we'll have to think about, and absolutely do. You could send the template to the embroidery machine for the placement of whatever you embroider on fabric. You absolutely could. Yep. Thank you, Courtney. Fun project. Oh, thank you so much. All right, guys. I've had a blast hanging out with you guys. I will be back to Saturday. I was going to say tomorrow. I'm filming it today. But I will be back Saturday with another Christmas project, because we are, again, in full swing. And I actually have things that I need to get done. So I will see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're on our Facebook, on our YouTube, we truly appreciate that. We are about to hit, let's see, you guys are amazing and wild at the same time. And we are about to hit 27,000 subscribers on our YouTube. So we're at 26,707. And I feel like you guys make that number go very quickly. So I'm already in my head being like, oh my goodness, where are you? Almost 27. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you Saturday for AllBrands After Hours. And just in case you haven't heard, which I feel like I did announce it on the last show, if I'm remembering correctly, AllBrands Academy is open! Woo! AllBrands Academy is open. So we're hitting up Austin, Texas. This is the first time we've ever been to Austin with AllBrands Academy. So our Austin store is getting an academy. You are going to have me and Sheila Ryan from Baby Moon at that academy. And then we're heading on over to San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, you're going to have me, Sheila, Margie. There's tons, not Margie, sorry, Margie. Me, Sheila, Giselle, Tammy, and a bunch of other awesome people like Cindy Hogan are going to be at this San Antonio Academy. Now, really quickly, that one is more than halfway sold out. We released it a little over a week ago. Just a heads up. So there we go. So San Antonio. Then we're jumping over to Houston. It'll be me and Margie Coxey at our Houston location for Academy. And then we're at Lafayette, Louisiana with me and Margie. And then Bossier City with me and Margie. So we're at Houston, Texas. Then we head over to Lafayette, Louisiana, and Bossier City, Louisiana. So we are traveling for 2 months straight. Having so much fun. If you've never been to AllBrands Academy, it is a 2-day hands-on event for sewing, embroidery, serger, scanning. It's a world of fun. You make some really fun sewing friends, and we have a really great time, and we feed you. So it's wonderful. So that is 2-day events, and you can sign up to any of those. Again, heads up, San Antonio is quickly being sold out. So if you would like to attend that one in particular, I would not wait. I wouldn't wait for any of them, but that one in particular, I would not wait. Also, I want to say Lafayette. Lafayette is almost sold out as well. So I did check right before I jumped on, because I was like, I don't want to tell you about one of the locations and they'd be sold out. And you're like, Courtney. So Lafayette and San Antonio very rapidly coming to being sold out. I want to say Lafayette had 3 spots. There's something about Lafayette. I don't know what it is, but I like it. All right, guys. So if you haven't signed up for that, those are all available on our website, allbrands.com. And of course, if you haven't checked out our website, allbrands.com, we have really awesome things on there. If you are near any of our 7 retail stores, highly recommend, because they're doing 12 days of Christmas right now. And each day, something different is on like markdown. Like thread, one of the days was thread. So it was 12% off of every single thread. Didn't matter brand, didn't matter color, whatever. It was 12% off, which is really cute that they did 12 for 12 days. I like that. I think one day was stabilizer, one day is patterns, one day is fabric. And that day I'm taking advantage of. It's going to be fun. So make sure you stop by any of our locations for the 12 days of Christmas happening right now. And if you have not signed up for AllBrands Academy, what are you doing? All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you Saturday. All right. Bye, y'all.